The common step, what you will be mentioning? Considering the launch browser. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, click on new user registration link. So click on new user registration link. Okay. Considering that, enter username, and then considering that, enter password, and then considering that, mentioning about enter confirm password. After that, considering that, enter full name. Enter full name. Okay. After that, considering that, enter email. Enter email. Okay. And then see that, considering that, click on captcha. Click on captcha refresh button. Click on captcha refresh button. So we are taking care about the functionality. We are taking care about the functionality, considering that refresh, I mean captcha functionality working or not. To test that, we are entering all the required details and we are clicking on refresh button, which we are clicking on captcha refresh button. So if we get click on captcha refresh, if we get click on captcha refresh, you can see that, considering that providing that particular required test data. Once we got click on captcha refresh button, what will be the expected result? So another captcha need to be get displayed. I mean, considering that new captcha need to be get displayed. So for that, what I can mention is, which you will be considering that, unique. I will be mentioning that unique captcha should be displayed. Considering that unique captcha should be displayed. See that. So while working this particular one, mentioning that unique captcha should be displayed. Okay, just 1 minute, guys. Right. Now I can say that need to be get considering that unique captcha should be displayed. So the meaning is, it's not like a duplication. The one it has been displayed, it's not like displaying with the same captcha here. So always it's need to be get provide. Always it's need to be get provide unique captcha here. So that it will be considering that, mentioning about, saying that unique captcha should be displayed. Okay. So next, continued with the same, considering that TS 024. Let's look into scenario. What is another scenario we got? Verify mandatory fields. Okay. See that how we can write it. So verify mandatory fields. What is the scenario we got? TS 005. Okay. Mentioning with scenario TS 005. Okay. Considering that, mentioning about, saying that launch browser. Mentioning that launch browser. After that, enter URL. Okay. After that, click on new user registration link or registration. Click on new user registration link. Okay. After that, uh, what is it? Mandate. Need to be get mentioning that verify mandatory fields. Verify mandatory fields. See that. See the functionality. We are clicking on new user registration link, and then we need to be get verify mandatory fields. What will be the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. Now see the mandatory fields. Considering that, mentioning that mandatory fields should be displayed. Mandatory fields should be displayed as. What are the mandatory fields we got? Considering that username and then password and then confirm password. So confirm password so that it will be continued. Whatever that particular steps are there, it's need to be get continued with that particular step. I mean, we are taking care about in testing that particular fields has been displayed as mandatory or not. So that taking care about in testing with mandatory fields. Okay. Next, considering that TC 025. Okay. Mentioning the scenario number. See that. What is the next scenario we got? Verify text boxes that you guys can continue same as for the login page. How we written for the login page, you can follow the similar thing and write that particular test case. I'm not writing, as Suresh sir is not writing, why we have to write it, we'll also escape on that. It's not like that you guys are ignoring it. You guys need to be get continued. Already we written for login page. The same thing you can followed and you can continued writing the test case for that. Okay. Next, what is the next one? Checkboxes. Checkbox also I can continued in a similar way. After that, labels that you are already knowing. After that, heading that also you are already knowing. I can continue on that. Just see that what are all the test cases are there. What are all the test cases are there. You need to be get continued in documenting. You need to be get continued in documenting all that particular respective test cases here. Okay. After that, next login page. You're already done with login page. Now look into this particular test case. Sorry, scenario. Scenario number. What is the scenario number? 19. What is the functionality? What is the functionality? Verifying the logo. We have to take care about in verifying with logo. Now let's see how we can do that. Now, let's see that. Now, considering with mentioning that TS 00, what is that scenario? 19. Considering that 19, what will be the scenario? What is that functionality? Logo. We have to take care about. We have to take care about in testing with logo. Okay, let's see here. Considering that, the very first one, mentioning that, launch browser. This will be always your favorite step. So what will be the favorite step? Launch browser or launch browser? Uh-huh. Launch or lunch? Not lunch here. What is it? Launch browser. Need to be get mentioning that. Launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. After that, what is the next step? After entering the URL. Considering that, mentioning that, verify logo for whole application. Verify logo for a whole application here. So if we considering it, mentioning that, verify logo for whole application. Okay, see that. Now, test data. What will be the test data? What is the test data? URL. Okay. Expected result. What will be the expected result? Logo should be displayed. Where it has to display? For whole application. Considering that, mentioning that, logo should be displayed. Logo should be displayed for whole application. Logo should be displayed for whole application. Logo should be displayed for whole application. Okay. Next, TS 026. Let's see the scenario. For logo, there is no concept of like negative. We can test that logo has been displayed or not. Okay. What is the next one? Verify header. Need to be get considering that, verify header. Okay. What is that scenario number? TS 020. See the steps. What will be the steps? Considering that, launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. So considering that, launch browser, and then mentioning that, enter URL. After that, considering that, what I will mention? Verify header for whole application. Verify header for whole application. Considering that URL. Considering that URL. Now see that header should be displayed based on markup, for whole application. See that how we are writing. Header should be displayed, but that particular header we got in a markup. What is the meaning of the markup? Meaning of the markup? Screenshot. Right. So the meaning of the markup, considering the screenshot here. In that particular screenshot, in our requirement document, we got in a screenshots here. So according to that particular screenshot, it's need to be get displayed. That it has to be displayed for whole application here. Okay. After that, continued with the same. This is TC, right? Okay. So considering that TC 0, 27, considering that 21, the one will be considered header. Another one is footer. Need to be get mentioning that footer and considering that URL. See that how we are writing. Footer should be displayed as. Footer should be displayed as. What exactly that footer mentioning that? Footer should be displayed as for whole application. For the whole application, we need to be taking care about. For the whole application, we have to take care about that particular footer has been displaying or not here. So that it will be considering that logo, and then header information and then footer information. Okay. Next, considering that TC 0, 28. Okay. Let's see the scenario. Next, taking with search hotel. Related to search hotel. What is the functionality we got? What is the functionality? We got? Verify search hotel. We need to be taking care about. In verifying with search hotel functionality. We need to be taking care about in verifying with search hotel functionality here. Okay. Let's see that. What is the scenario number? TS0, 22. Okay. Now, providing scenario number considering that 22. Providing scenario number considering that 22. Okay. Now, see the concept. Considering that. Now, you can see the step. We need to be verify search hotel functionality. Further, see the step. What is the first step? Launch browser. Okay. After that, enter URL. After that, enter username. After that, enter password. Okay. After that, what is the next step? Click on login button. So click on login button. After that, what is the next step? After click on login button, search hotel page should be displayed. That is expected result. What is it? So directly we'll click on search hotel. Online students, what is it? You need to be taking care about. Once you done with the login, you will be able to see select hotel page will be displayed. In that, we have to take care about. In that, we need to be taking care about selecting. What we have to select? Refer the requirement document. What is it? Select location. We need to be get select with location. After that, select hotel. Okay. After that, considering that, select room type. Okay. After that, considering that, select number of rooms. After that, what is it? Check-in date. That is considering that, enter check-in date. Okay. After that, enter checkout date. Okay. After that, considering that, select adults per room. Okay. After that, considering that, select children per room. And then, what is the last step? What is it? Click on search button. We need to be get click on. We need to be get click on search button. We need to be get taking care about. We need to be get taking care about in click on search button. Okay. See the test data. What will be the test data? URL. After that, considering that, username. After that, password. Need to be get provide password. You need to be get provide password. Okay. After password, what is the next one? Considering that, location. Okay. After that, considering that, hotel. After that, considering that, room type. Okay. After that, considering that, number of rooms. Considering that, number of rooms. Okay. After that, considering the check-in date, which will be mentioning check-in date, and then considering the checkout date. So one is check-in date, another one is checkout date. Okay. After that, considering the adults, and then considering the children. Okay. So whatever the information you have been selecting or entering, whatever the data you are entering or whatever the data you are selecting, that information need to be provided. So that test data we need to be provided. So now, considering that, once you click on search button, so what will be the expected result? What is it? Considering that, taking with the expected result. What is expected result? Considering that, select hotel page. Select hotel page should be displayed. Considering that, select hotel page should be displayed. It's not like, sir, do we require these many steps? I'm very busy, sir. I'm not having any time to write these many steps. You have to write it. Even though your schedules are busy, you have to take care about in writing with each and every particular step. So that is what your manual testing. The whole manual testing, considering that documentation only. The whole manual testing, considering that documentation. You need to be get. Spend with the more time. You need to be get. Spend with the more time in documentation. And you have to document in a very clear way. No concept of the shortcuts. There is no concepts of shortcuts at all. You have to write in a very detailed way. You have to document in a very detailed way. Even though your schedules are too busy, you have to take care about in documenting in a very detailed way, because this is how the same thing will happen once you enter into the real time. Once you have been enter into the real time also, you need to be get documented similar thing. Any application, any applications, you will be having similar functionalities will be there. So because of that, you have to spend with the more time in taking the practice. You have to spend with the more time in taking the practice. Still I'm seeing most of the faces are not practicing. Still most of the faces are clearly showing that not started at practicing. I don't want to be point out that by seeing the faces, by looking into your body language, I can easily understand that whether you have been started working or not. Before coming to this training program, I have been already trained with body language training. Before getting started with these things, have been already completed body language trainings also. How the way of body language training will be there. So that part is different. You're not worried about those things here. But I required you guys need to be take with the practice. I required you guys need to be take the practice. Even online students also. Even though you are not visible, I'm getting with the report. Even online students also, you need to be get take with the practice. And specifically your batch, I'm seeing the more absentees guys. Offline, online. Offline, online. I'm not seeing with the regular presence at all. I can easily remember who are attending it, who are not attending it. Even online also. Even online students also. I will be getting you a report. Don't consider like, sir, my girlfriend already told that manual testing very easy, not required to attend a manual testing. These things only will help you that while attending with the interviews. For interviews and for real time, manual testing also very most important. Looks like very simple. It is very simple only, not like any difficulty, but require the more practice. Definitely in interviews, definitely in interviews, you will get any questions. They will ask any question to write any test cases. They will ask you to write the test cases for Gmail login functionality. Or else some of the interviewers, very intelligent people will be there. In simple, they will ask, write any test cases for pen. What is the question? Write a test cases for the pen. Some people more intelligent, they'll ask a question, write a test cases for coffee machine. Knowing coffee machine? Coffee machine, knowing or not? They will ask a question, write a test cases for coffee machine, write a test cases for fan, write a test cases for table. Whatever they require, they will ask you that. Because you are the tester, you need to be comfortable in testing that each and every functionality. But not like once you are getting the IT job, you are not testing any of the fan or AC. You are not testing anything related to hardware. What is your training program? What is your training program? Software testing. Not like anything related to hardware. But they have to understand that what is your way of thinking as part of the tester. I mean, their intention is they want to understand that how much comfortable in testing each and everything. So because of that, definitely they will ask any questions to write any test cases, to write any scenarios. What is the template you are following? what are the test cases have been created. So everything need to be get comfortable. So please look into that, because I'm seeing that more absentees in the sessions here. Even online students also, all these are connectivity. I mean, based on based on manual testing will start automation. So because of that, first need to be get comfortable, first need to be more comfortable with manual testing. So please spend with the time in taking with the practice. Please spend with the time in taking the practice. I required everyone need to be practice, test scenarios, and then test cases. That's the reason I started with the project. Otherwise, in simple, I can explain one theory. Within 1 week, we can complete manual testing. Not required 1 month or 2 months here. But my target is not like completion. You have to learn the subject. Please understand the reality and spend with the time in taking the practice. Practicing or not? You say that and we'll do whatever we require, sir. Uh-huh. From day one, I'm saying practice, and you guys also saying that? Yes, sir. But still, your faces are not showing me practice. Your faces are not showing at all practice. I required the little bit seriousness, guys. Don't come for the time pass. From the day one, I clearly inform. Last week also, I clearly inform. I'm not seeing any of the seriousness in our faces here. Don't get attend for the time pass. So please don't waste your time and don't waste my time also, because I'm very much restricted, guys. If you came for learning, you have to learn. That is what my target. But still, I'm not seeing any of the seriousness on your faces here. Please look into that. Please look into that. Not like practicing the face feelings here. Huh? You have to practice. You have to work on the practice on the project. I given all the information. Any kind of issues are there, you can approach me. I'll give the solutions. But please spend with the time in the practice here. Even online students also, please spend with the more time on the practice. Right. See that. Let's continue on that. So what is the expected result for this? Select hotel page should be displayed. Okay. After that, considering that TC 029, considering that scenario 22. Okay. Now, see the test case here. See the test case. Okay. See the test case here. See the steps how we are writing it. Okay. See the steps how we are writing. We are launching the browser, entering the URL, enter username, enter password, click on login button. After that, mentioning that, click on search hotel button. Click on search hotel button. What will be the test data here? What is the test data? What is the test data? URL. So the test data considering the URL here. Okay. Considering the URL and then mentioning the username and then considering the password. So URL and considering the username and password. Okay. Now, expected result. What is expected result? What is expected result? Error message should be displayed. So we are not providing We are not providing any of the required information without entering all the required information directly clicking on search button. Okay. Considering that error message should be displayed. Considering that error message should be displayed. Okay. TC 030. Scenario number considering that 22. Scenario number considering that 22 here. You need to begin look into that. What are the combinations? What are the possibilities are there? You need to begin coming up with all the possibilities. You need to begin coming up with all the possibilities. See here. Now, launching with the browser, entering with the URL, entering username, entering password, everything you are doing. See that what are the modification. We are considering that enter previous. Okay. Enter previous check-in date. We need to begin enter previous check-in date here. So need to begin enter previous check-in date. Okay. Then remaining steps are common. And see that need to begin consider taking with expected result. What is expected result? What is expected result? Why error message? Why error message? So the date we are entering, previous date. As we are entering the previous date, there is no possibility in taking with the booking with the previous date. Is it possible to do the booking with previous date? So going to any hotel and then asking that required check-in for previous date. What will happen? Going for any hotel and then you were asking that required and a booking for previous date. What will happen? Nothing will happen. Okay. They will give the address of Eragadda here. Okay. See that. See the concept. So what will be the expected result? What is expected result? Considering that error message should be displayed. So there is no possibility for doing check-in with previous date. There is no possibility for doing check-in with previous date here. So because of that, it's need to be get mentioning that error message should be displayed. Okay. Next. Considering that TC 031 related to this, you can come up with writing the different combination. Still we can come up with different combinations. Whatever the different combinations are there, you can come up with all the different combinations here. Okay. Next. Let's move on to next functionality. What is the next one? Verify reset button. That you are already knowing. Continue the same. What is the next functionality? What is it? Mandatory. That you will be able to continue. What is the next one? Verify drop downs. See that how we can write. What is the scenario number? 025. Okay. Considering that TS 025. Okay. Continued with the step. continued with the step, mentioning that doing with login. You need to be good. You need to be good. Taking care about doing with login here. So once you have been done with login, see the step. Sixth step. What is the step I will be writing? What is it? See that. See the understanding. In case of text box, how we are testing the text boxes? Text boxes ella test cheyali by entering the data. If we want to be get test the text boxes, we have to enter the data. So that is what we clearly mention. Enter the data and test it working or not. In a similar way, drop down. How we can do with the drop down? What we have to do? Selecting the data. In case of the test data, we need to be taking care about entering the data. In case of the drop down, we have to select the data. See the thing here. Considering that verify drop down functionality. In that, considering that 6.1, select location. Select location. After that, select hotel. Okay. After that, select room type. Okay. After that, what is it? Select number of rooms. Okay. After that, what is it? Select. Okay. So which will be considering the adults and then mentioning that taking with considering that select children. Okay. Now you need to be provide all the required test data. Whatever the data is there, you need to be provide all the data. See the expected result. What will be the expected result? What is the expected result? Select. Right. See that. Now here, everything is a drop down. Everything is a drop down. For all the drop downs, you need to be gateway, same output. See that. Considering that user selected option should be displayed. So we are selecting the particular option. Whatever the option we are selecting, that particular option should be displayed. So whatever the option we are selecting, that particular option should be displayed. So considering that user selected option should be displayed. Okay. Next, another test case, you can continue like verifying the values. Like default value should be displayed. Like each and every particular drop down, whenever you are taking with the drop down, that particular respective values need to be displayed. So what are that values? You can write one test case related to that. Okay. Next, Next, what is the next one? What is the next functionality? Text boxes that you will be knowing. After that, labels you can do. Heading you will be knowing. Link text you will be knowing. After that, welcome text also. You can write on it. After that, date format similar as the label. So how you are writing the test case for label in a similar way, you can write it. After that, taking with verify select hotel functionality. So verify select hotel functionality. Okay. See that. See the steps what we can write. See the steps what we can write. Considering that TC 032 scenario number. What is the scenario number? 33 0 sorry TS 033. Okay. See the steps what we can write it. So see the steps what we can write it. If we look into the step, first step, what is the first step? What is the first step? Launch browser. Considering that, launch browser. After that, enter username. Okay. After that, enter password. Okay. After that, click on login button. Click on login button. After that, what will be the sixth step? What is it? It will be continued. Select hotel or location. After that, considering that, select hotel. Okay. After that, select room type. Okay. After that, select number of rooms. Okay. After that, considering that, enter check-in date. Okay. After that, enter checkout date. Okay. After that, considering that, select adults, and then considering that, select children. Okay. After that, next one, what is it? Click on search button. Okay. After that, 16th step, select required hotel. Considering that, select required hotel. Okay. After that, click on continue button. Click on continue button. So need to be provide all the required data. Need to be provide all that particular required test data. Whatever the test data is there, you need to be provide all that particular data. So once you provide all the data, then taking with expected result. What is expected result? What is expected result? Refer your requirement documents. You will have in a very detail. So you have been selecting all the required information. You are selecting the required hotel, and after that you have been clicked on continue button. So once you got click on continue button, what is the expected result? What is it? What is it? Bouquet hotel page should be displayed. Bouquet hotel page should be displayed here. You are performing these many steps, but output is only one step. We are performing all the steps here, but finally we are testing with the output. What is output we are testing here? What is that expected result? What is the expected result? Bouquet hotel page should be displayed. So once he got, click on continue button. Once he got click on continue button, we have to take care about in testing with bouquet hotel page should be displayed. Okay. After that, need to be get continued with the same. Considering that, taking with 33. Related to this, we can try scenario also. 33. Okay. Now see the steps how we are doing. See the steps how we are doing it. In this particular one, so you have been taking with click on search button. Click on search button. After that, once he got, click on search button. Once he have been click on search button, what is the next step you are doing? What is the next step? After clicking on the search button, what we are doing? Click on continue. First I'm clicking on search button. After that, in the next page, I'm clicking on continue button. So once we got click on continue button, once we got click on continue button, what will be the expected result? What is it? Error message should be displayed. So considering that, error message should be displayed. So mentioning that error message should be displayed. Okay. Right. So now here, as we are not selecting any of the required hotel, so we are clicking on continue button, that error message should be displayed. Okay. Next, TC 034. So related to this, you can try with all the negative functionalities. Still we can write some of the negative functionalities. You can try with those things here. Okay. After that, what is the next one? Verify cancel button. Need to be taking care about cancel button. What will be the functionality of cancel button? You are selecting with the hotel. Once you got select the hotel, rather than clicking on this particular continue button, you are clicking on cancel button. Once you click on cancel button, what will be the functionality? It's need to be navigate to the back page. I mean, considering that, taking with the previous page. What will be the previous page? What is it? Select hotel. Search hotel, right? Search hotel page should be displayed. So once you have been click on that cancel, it has to be navigate to the previous page. That will be considering the search hotel page should be displayed. Okay. After that, what is the next one? Radio button. What will be the functionality of radio button? Considering that user, I mean, if we take with the radio button, how we are testing the radio button? Performing click activity. If we take with the radio button, if we consider with the radio button, you are performing the click activity. While writing with the step, it will mention the click on radio button. You will mention the step. Click on radio button. In that expected result, in that particular expected result, mentioning that user selected radio button. User selected radio button option should be displayed. Whatever the radio button we got selected, whatever the radio button we got selected, so that particular option, I mean that related option should be displayed. Okay. Next, after that, what is the next one? Columns here. So how we'll write this? Same as labels. We are writing the labels, right? Same as the labels. In a place of the labels, using the terminologies columns. In a place of the labels, we are using the terminologies columns here. Okay. After that, considering that table data need to be taking with table data. This particular table data, what should be the data it has to be displayed? We are not worried. For now, you can mention that you can mention that user selected. I mean, we are searching the data. Whatever the data, whatever the hotel we searched it, whatever the hotel we have been searched it, according to that, it has to be displayed. Now, just you guys can try on it. So for this table data, you guys can try on it in writing. I'll give the information. After that, heading that will be the same. So heading that will be the same. You're already knowing. Bouquet Hotel in a similar way. How we done with the previous pages, you can try for remaining pages. We're done with new registration and then login page and then select hotel. So how we done for the 3 pages? In a similar way, you can try for remaining pages also. So for tomorrow, try to write maximum of the test cases. For tomorrow, you can try to write maximum of the test cases. By that, I will come up with in discussing about guidelines here. I mean, for now, you're already following some guidelines while writing the test cases. But to make more effective, more effective test cases according to the real time, still how we can write more effective test cases, that I will be discussing it here. After that, we have to discuss about some techniques. Like till now, we have not written any test cases for minimum characters, maximum characters, special characters. Did we written any test cases for these things? No. So how to write the test cases for those things, that I will be discussing. But before that, take with the practice of all these particular test cases. So please spend with the time in taking the practice. Without doing the practice, you cannot learn the subject. Looks like very easy only, but you have to start practicing it. If you are not practicing it, it will become a problem for you guys only. So please take care about the practice. Spend enough time in taking the practice. Try to write maximum of the test cases. In case of any clarification, I'll clarify. But take care about writing the test case. For tomorrow's session, try to come up with writing maximum of the test cases. Then I will be discussing about test case guidelines. Then we'll discuss about test case techniques here. Okay? Clear? Clear or not? What you are clear? Practice, guys. Little bit be serious, because I'm seeing from the day one your batch has been came in a different. Remaining all batches are getting set right with my training, but still you guys are not set righting it. I required regular presence. I required regular presence, including online students. I required regular presence. I required regular practice. I'm able to set right with all the batches, but still you guys are not set writing it. So please take care of that. Please attend the sessions regularly. Please take the regular practice. Okay? Carry on. Thank you. Online students, if we have any questions, you can wait. Online students, if we have any questions, you can wait. Right. Online students, if we have any questions, you can carry on.
Sir, sir, please tell me how to write the test case for drop down one more time.
No, can you repeat the question?
Please tell me one more time how to write the test cases for drop down.
Oh, we written, right? We written the test cases for drop down, right? The same thing you can follow. So how I have been written, the similar thing you can follow. Okay.
Yes, sir. First we are clicking on that drop down. Then it will display the data. So
No. First test case we are writing that user selected an option has been displaying or not. That is a one test case. Another test case is all the in the drop down all the options has been displaying or not. That is another option we are writing another test case. Okay. Okay. Right. Okay, guys. Yeah.
Hello?
Yes.
Sir, you have to click on reset button.
Correct.
Then all the fields are clear.
Correct.
Suppose user cannot enter any fields, any data in text box, and it also click on clear button. Sorry, it also reset button. In that case, test case should be.
No, if user is not entering the data, there is no meaning of your clicking on the clear button, right?
But some user click on reset button by default.
Then you will be taking the output is clear only. Anyway,
Okay.
in case of data is available, it has to clear. If data is not available, also it has to be perform the clear functionality. As data is not available, you will not be able to see that it has been cleared the data. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep. Right. Right.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Carry on.
Hello. Hello, sir.
Yes. Carry on. Carry on the question.
Sir, for the drop downs. Hello, sir.
Yes. Carry on.
Yes, sir. For the drop downs, whatever while selecting the data. Okay, sir. Once click on the drop down, whatever the data is displayed. For that, any possibilities is there, sir?
Once
whatever the data is displayed. Suppose the drop down is number of rooms. There.
That is what I clearly mentioned, right? You have to write the test.
Should be displayed as a numbers only, right, sir? That is the correct data.
Huh.
Yes, sir.
You have to write one test case in testing that the drop down values has been displaying correctly or not. That is a one test case, you have to write it. That is what I'm clearly saying, you have to write it. Okay, is that clear? Yeah. Okay, next.
Hello,
Yes.
sir. In case if we miss any test case or scenarios, how we able
You
to
can just
document
add
that?
in the
Sir?
last. If in case of a fail that any scenarios has been missed out, just you can add in the last. But we have to make sure that we are testing each and every functionality. In case of anything got added, you can just add it in the last.
Sir, in case
Oh.
sir, in case we are not able to find out the test cases from the document,
Hmm. No, at the time, now assume that you written the scenarios, you are already completed. Now you are working on the test cases. While working on the test cases, you feel that you have been missed out scenario. Then you will be adding the scenario related to that scenario. You have to add the test case also. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. Right. Okay, guys. So take care about the practice. Meet you tomorrow. Yeah.
Sir, properties for unique password and unique username should be displayed in FRS document or not?
Hello.
You have to test that according to the functionality. Unique username will be there, but no concept of unique password, right?
No, sir, but password should
Can be
contain.
duplicate.
Sir, password also contain capital letter.
That is what I mentioned, that those techniques I'll explain tomorrow. So how to write minimum characters, maximum characters, all those things I'll explain tomorrow.
Sir, this test cases under which scenario we have to mention? Under the register button or under the text box?
Which test case you are talking about?
I'm talking about confirm password or password.
Confirm password related to which page? You have to write that scenario, right? You have to write the scenario for login functionality. No, confirm password is related to registration.
Registration.
Yes.
We have to write this test case under the login, under the register test scenario or under the text box scenario. Verify the text box scenario.
Very simple understanding, man. Are you entering on the login page or registration page?
Registration page.
Then how come login is coming into the picture?
No, sir. Login, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh. Clear, guys? Right. So take care about the practice. Meet you tomorrow. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everyone.